Hello, I'm Dr. Lisa Belisle. You are listening to or watching Radio Maine, where each week we explore and celebrate creativity and the human spirit. We are sponsored by the Portland Art Gallery in Portland, Maine. This is the 6th in our solo episode series. Today's episode is called Big and Lovely Something, and it begins with a broken garage door, a hard week, and a quote from Anne Lamott. It was one of those weeks where everything seemed to go wrong at once. My daughter accidentally drove into the garage door. The repair involved multiple calls, unexpected delays, and a strange creaking sound that I think still hasn't gone away. Then our family dog, who had been with us through many seasons of life, passed away. And then something else happened. And then something else after that. One of those weeks. I remember standing in the driveway, hands on hips, staring at the crumpled garage panel. I was tired, sad, and a little bit amused by how ridiculous it all felt. I recalled a quote by author Anne Lamott in her book Traveling Mercies. When a lot of things start going wrong all at once, it is to protect something big and lovely that is trying to get itself born. And that is something that needs for you to be distracted so that it can be born as perfectly as possible. What if all of this wasn't random? What if the breakdown wasn't punishment, but preparation? What if something new, something meaningful, was trying to make its way through? I've had a few seasons in my life that have been hard. Graduating from residency and fellowship with 3 young kids and a sense of deep uncertainty. Leaving a job I had outgrown without knowing what came next. Grieving my father and walking through the first year without him. None of these things felt like birth at the time. They felt like loss. But now, with time and perspective, I can see that each was also an opening. Each offered a chance to begin again, not with control, but with humility and truth. That's what Anne Lamott's quote reminds me of, that sometimes when everything falls apart, it's not because you've done something wrong, it's because something big and lovely is trying to get born. And that something might need space, might need distraction, might need your heart cracked enough just for the light to get in. If you're listening to this story and your week feels like chaos, if your own garage door, metaphorically or literally, is bent out of shape, I want to remind you that you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not broken. You are becoming, and becoming is often messy, unpredictable, and inconvenient. It is also sacred. Here's what I invite you to try this week. Pause. Look at what's falling apart in your life with a tiny bit of curiosity. Ask yourself, what might be trying to emerge here? You don't have to have the answer, just hold the question. And if this kind of reflection speaks to you, I hope you'll join me on the Bountiful Path, our newsletter on Substack, where I write about seasonal rhythms, transformation, and what it means to live a wholehearted life. Thank you for being here on Radio Maine with me. I'm Dr. Lisa Belisle. This week, may you trust the mess, even just a little, because sometimes the cracks are making space for something big and lovely to be born.